So next we have to study is about the services of wholesalers. So what are the services that they are doing? So wholesalers provide various services to the manufacturers as well as retailers and provide immense helps in the distribution of goods and services by making the products available at a price where these are needed at a time when these are needed for consumption or use. They provide both the time and the place utility. The various services of wholesalers to different sections are discussed below. So there are different kinds of services provided by the wholesalers to different, especially to the managers, so manufacturers, and for the retailers. Okay. So it can be divided into two categories. First one is services to the manufacturers. What are the facilities that they are providing for the companies or producers, manufacturers? Major services offered by wholesalers to the producers of goods and services are given below. First one, facilitating large scale production. So see this the wholesale companies, they purchase the product in very large quantity. So the production can be done in a large scale, and even the large scale production is done. So imagine that if a company is producing and the company itself is going and distributing these products directly to the customers, then you can say that a company needs so much amount of expenditure is there. So the transportation has to be done by them, wholesale this warehousing has to be done by them, and they should have men to go home to home and supply this product. It is not easily possible. So if this is like a wholesaler, retailer, the system is not there, then it is very difficult for the company to manufacture and sell the product. So there are large number of products, they cannot sell it, and they cannot produce large number of products. But when these wholesalers are there, they take the product, they give order in a very bulk quantity, like 1,000 product, 10,000 product, 1 lakh of product, like that big orders they will be giving. So because of that, these companies can manufacture the product in a very large quantity. Large scale production is possible. And when the product is produced in a large scale, then per unit cost of production will be very much low. Okay, if imagine that in this classroom, if we are producing, and if some employees are there, this much size one classroom is there, and imagine that's like we have class. So in this class we have the facility to teach minimum 50 students. Okay, so how much if 50 students are there, and if the money that we are spending, this one is there, so that will be for if 50 students. So imagine that if for teaching 50 students, the expenditure is 50,000 rupees. Okay, total. If there are 50 people are there, and if 50 of them are there, so if all these are there, so if all students, if you want to teach, we need 50,000 rupees. So for one student, only 1,000 rupees expenditure will be. For teaching one student, 1,000 rupees only coming. Do you understand? Per unit cost is low. But now only 3 of you are there. But the same expenditure will be there. So like one teacher, the classroom is there, same classroom is only 2 is there, so we cannot make the classroom small. Venture desk and all we have purchased and put it, that is also there. And electricity or other kind of expenditure, the salary of the teachers, everything. Like if only 3 are there, then also we need 6 teachers. Isn't it? So 6 teachers are there to teach you, and 6 teachers salary has to be paid. All this expenditure is same only. There is no any difference. Like if 50 are there, or 2 are there, or 5 are there, whatever may be, expenditure will be the same. Do you understand? So when this one is there, so if 50 students are studying, one student only 1,000 rupees expenditure. But if 50 are there and only 3 students are there, then per student around 16,000 rupees will be there. 16 point something will be there. So that much expenditure. Do you understand? So expenditure, how much varies? So like for one student, now 16,000. If it is 45, then it will be 15,000. And imagine that in one class 45 students are there. So then per unit, per person 1,000 will be there. But only 3 are there, then 15,000 rupees for one student expenditure will be there. Do you understand? So the same way, imagine that if there are 50 workers here, and if each worker is producing one product each, okay, and then for 1 unit production cost is 1,000 rupees. But if there are 50 workers are there, but we got order only 3 products only have to be produced. One day we produce only 3 products. Then total expenditure will be same. And for 1 unit of product, 15,000 rupees has to be spent. Do you understand? So such a way, when large number of, and if the same expenditure, in that if we produce more product, like 90 products can be produced, one person is producing 2 units each, then again the expenditure will be reducing, it will become 11. Understood? So when the number of products increases, then the cost of production will be reducing. So when we are able to produce large scale product, see like nowadays where there are companies which they are using is that very automatic machines they are using. Very huge number of products they are manufacturing. You know, 1,000 products, 10,000 products, 1 lakh products per day they are producing. Like this, like imagine that Coca-Cola, all these type of companies are there. So they are manufacturing just all any human touch is also not there. It's the fully automatic machines are. One machine will start, there are only few people only required, just one person will switch on the machine, then it will start producing and it will come in bottle, filling everything, production of this one, and it is coming, making and printing that plastic outer cover printed, then it will come some 12 bottles together, then it will in cardboard box, it will pack and come out. So one side it is manufactured, from other side. So and for lifting up that, there are also robotic machines are there. They lift it and pack it in the or load it on the this one truck, and it will be sent. So human touch is also not required. Very few members are required. So few people for operating these machines. That's all. Isn't it? But if a small scale industry is there, like imagine that in our local area, if there is a soda manufacturing company is there. So there earlier there was one soda manufacturing machine was there. So in that one machine means one labor can make 3 bottles of soda. Okay, so it's like there is one machine is there. In that 3 bottles can be packed and they have to rotate it, and such a way this one is created. So it some 10 minutes required for producing 3 bottles. And after that again he has to load the other one, then again they will have to rotate. So some 10-15 minutes required for 3 bottles. So in an hour he will take some how much 12 or 15 bottles only he will be able to produce, one labor. And if there are 10 labors there, then some 150 to 100 bottles they will produce and they will supply it in the local area. But these machines are there, they are producing lakhs of product in one day itself. 1 lakh product, 2 lakh product, like that they are producing in one day itself and supplying all throughout the, even just imagine in Haraya itself, one day at least some, now this sale may not be very less, but in the summer season and all we can find that in one bakery itself 2-3 bottles are sold. Like that at least some 20-30 bakeries or shops are there. So in every shop at least 4-5 bottles of this Pepsi, Coca-Cola, all these type of drinks are sold. So you can just imagine in Haraya itself in one day at least some 100 bottles are sold. So then you can imagine all throughout India how much number of products are sold in per day. So that much number of lakhs of products will be there. So when a large scale production is made, then it will become easier for the companies, or their cost of production will be very much less. The next one, bearing risk. The wholesale merchant deal in goods in their own name, take delivery of the goods and keep the goods purchased in large loads in their warehouses. In the process, they bear variety of risks such as the risk of fall in prices, theft, pilferage, spoilage, fire, etc. To that extent, they relieve the manufacturers from bearing these risks. So this wholesaler, imagine that if a company is producing 10,000 product, in that the wholesaler will purchase maybe 5,000 or 4,000 product. Okay, so that product is purchased, but on the spot they may not be selling this one. Okay, they have to store it, they may have to keep it for maybe few days. So during that time there may be so much amount of losses are there. Okay, so sometimes if it can get fire, so then the products may get destroyed, so there is a risk like that. Sometimes this bottle may get spoiled, like spilling means that like liquid and all is there. So if there is a hole on that one, then there is a leakage will be there. Okay, or any like a cream or like this butter and all. If if we are not maintaining it in the fridge and all properly, then it will get if the climate is hot, then it will start getting liquid and it will get spoiled. So such kind of risks are there. So they are purchasing large quantity and they are storing maybe 1 month, 2 months or more time. So that time there may be a chance of this type of risk. Or they have to transport, while transporting, if the truck is falling down and the products may get destroyed. So many type of risks are there. So all this risk is taken by the wholesalers. Then financial assistance. The wholesalers provide financial assistance to the manufacturers in the sense that they generally make cash payment for the goods purchased by them. To that extent, the manufacturers need not block their capital in the stocks. Sometimes they also advance money to the producers for bulk orders placed by them. So financial assistance, imagine actually like if an wholesale company is giving a very huge order, okay, see like a 10 lakh product is ordered. Okay, so then they will give advance money. So like 10 lakh product, total cost is 10 lakh rupees, but some 3-4 lakh rupees they will give us advance money. When they give order itself. So this money can be made use, and when the manufacturer, this one is like before manufacturing itself, they will get some 3-4 lakh rupees, and when the product is manufactured and handed over to the wholesaler, then they will give this money back to the company. Okay, so the company need not to wait till the product reach to the hand of the customer and the sale is taken place and money has to be come back. So the wholesaler will pay the money to the company. The company already received before the product is finally sold. Okay, wholesaler purchases product. The sale will take place maybe after 1 or 2 months. And that time only, if the wholesaler is not there, then the company will get the money back only after the sale is completed. But this one, wholesaler will purchase the bulk of quantity, like 10,000 product he purchased and the money is already paid. And this product is again, afterwards only, the product will be handed over to the retailer. Then it will be kept with the retailer for some time. Then after that only the sale will take place. So, but the company will get the money back, and with that money, company can produce other products. So, it will be a financial assistance to the company. Then, next one, expert advice. As the wholesalers are in direct contact with the retailers, they are in a position to advise the manufacturers about various aspects, including customers, tastes and preferences, market conditions, competitive activities, and the features preferred by the buyers. They serve as an important source of market information on these and the related aspects. So they get a lot amount of information. They can collect a lot amount of information from the customers as well as from the retailers. So if in a retail shop, you go, say like if a mobile shop is there, so you can say like the retailer is there, so he will be sitting there. So different customers are coming, and when a customer is coming, they will say that one customer is coming that give me a mobile phone which is having very good camera. So different people are purchasing mobile phone for different purposes. One person is purchasing, they say that I want like a good RAM should be there and good processor should be there. I am going to play PUBG in this one. So if PUBG is to be played, then at least 4 GB, 2 GB RAM required, 1 GB entirely. This one itself, the game itself is having 1 GB or 2 GB size. How much size is there? 4 GB. 3 GB size. And if 3 GB size video, if game is to be played in a mobile phone, minimum 2 GB RAM supported mobile phone required, or 4 GB is there, then it will run smoothly. So then they will come, they will ask for a product which is having good RAM and good processor should be there, and the media support and all should be there, graphics card and all the things are there, then only it will work. Another person is coming just like a normal, they want only for call purposes. Some are using only for like a gallery or editing works are there. So like a photo when you are taking, it should be very much attractive, like a beautify or like that. There are so many apps and all are there. So they want like a Oppo and all is there. If you take a black person's photo, it will come in white color. So such kind of fonts are there. So these are all the different according to the, and some are asking for like an earphone should be there, and some are there fonts which is having means a larger duration, like charging. Some people are there, like business people and all, always they cannot charge. But, and some are there, see like they need protection, more protection is required. See like some people are using very roughly like phones and they like while traveling and all it will fall down or such kind of problem. Screen guard and all, like what's say Gorilla Glass and all is there. See like one Apple mobile phone is there, in that one feature is there that if it is falling down, then all the 4 sides there are some gas these things are. So this gas will be released and the phone will come in parallel mode, and it like a aeroplane is landing like that. It will like helicopter and all is landing like that. It will go and slowly land.
So it is based on the cat's falling. When cats
Based on the theory of cat.
Cats.
So cat, if you or this shuttlecock is there, however you throw, it will come, only that cock will be coming and falling down. So such a way the system is used. So if you throw it anyway, it will come into the proper position and land it. So such a way it is used. But once if it is falling, then again we have to refill the gas. Inside some gas is used there for controlling that. So this kind of problems are there. So all the requirement of different people they need, so they can understand. So the manufacturers may not be knowing because they are not having any direct contact with the customers. But these retailers, they are having contact with the customers, and they collect information from them, and they will be able to give them advice to the company how the company has to produce, what is the need of the customers, and based on that they can produce the product. Then help in marketing function. The wholesalers take care of the distribution of goods to a number of retailers, who in turn sell these goods to a large number of customers spread over a large geographical area. This relieves the manufacturers from many of the marketing activities and enable them to concentrate on the production activity. So the marketing of the product, so these wholesalers, they will have connection with so many retailers, and they will distribute this product to the many retailers. Okay, so these retailers are selling, and they will have good connection with the customers, and they will be able to sell the product. So much amount of marketing efforts are not required for the company. Manufacturers need not to do more amount of marketing activities. So they can more concentrate on the production of the product. They need not worry about the marketing. If the product is handed over to the wholesaler, they will see to it that the product is sold. So they will do the works required for the marketing of the product. Then facilitate production continuity. The wholesalers facilitate continuity of the production activity throughout the year by purchasing the goods as and when these are produced and storing them till the time these are demanded by retailers or consumers in the market. Continuous production, see, like imagine that if customers will be demanding for the product at different times. So when the customer is demanding the product, at that time the manufacturer is directly making the product, then it may not be possible. So, but these wholesalers are there, they will purchase the product in bulk quantity and they will store it, and when the retailers or when the customers demand the product, they will make it available to the customers. Okay, so after that the company can continue making the product. So continuous production is made available. Otherwise, if the company is getting order from the customer, then only if they are producing, they have to wait for the order of the customers. So then sometimes like in some months a huge number of products may be required. In some months products may not be required at all. Like as I told you, like imagine that is like winter clothes. So winter clothes are there. So winter clothes are required only these 2-3 months, like November, December, January, 2-3 months. And mostly the purchasing of winter clothes are done in the month of November. When the winter starts, then people will purchase, and after that few people will, normally most of the people will purchase the winter clothes maybe almost by the end of November. And few will go up to like December half also. After that nobody is going to purchase, because already they are having winter clothes, and if anything is torn or any kind of very less amount of people only will be purchasing during this December or in January and all. Now means already everybody is having sufficient amount of winter clothes are there, so now we need not to go and purchase it. Or some people are there, if they want to store it for next year, but normally anybody will not purchase, because next year you will get a new fashion, new trend, very good product you will get. So if you purchase and keep it for next year, then next year if the fashion changes, then you will have to purchase it again. So that is not needed. So such type of things are there. Anybody may not be there, but very few people may purchase it. Okay, so only few months, like only we can say that the highest demand for winter clothes is only in the month of November. Okay, and So in this season, so much amount of products are demanded. Huge number of products are demanded. But companies may not be able to produce this much at a time. So if they try to produce it only in November, it is not possible to produce. But they have to produce all throughout the year, and they will sell it to the wholesalers. So wholesaler will bring it, and when just before the need, they will supply it to the retailers, and from there we can purchase the product. Then next one, storage. Wholesalers take a delivery of goods when these are produced in a factory and keep them in their godowns, warehouses. This reduces the burden of manufacturers of providing for storage facilities for the finished products. They thus provide a time utility. The storage of the goods. The wholesalers, they will give like 100 product order is given. So when the product is manufactured, they will take the product and they will store in their godowns. So warehouses, the wholesalers, they will have their storerooms and they will store the product. So these companies, manufacturers, they don't worry about the storage of the goods. When the product is completed, then they can hand over it to the wholesalers and they will store the product. So they need not to spend the money on storage of the goods. So that is the another advantage. So these are the supports or the activities provided by the wholesalers to the manufacturers. Okay, the remaining things we study in the next class.